All right, y'all. So in this one, we finna talk about why you shouldn't completely ignore your haters. I think this one is important, so if you're interested, just stick around. Before I get into that, though, I do want to just give a special shout out to my brothers, my day one guys, for actually showing love and donating a shirt. So this is the Be Your Own Boss brand, BYOB. It stands for many different things. Build your own brand, be your own boss, Black young-owned businesses. It represents a lot of different things within the Detroit city and communities out there. So I just want to do this special shout out for my brothers. Follow the page, show some support to the brand, and we definitely appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get into why you shouldn't completely ignore your haters. Check it out. So the reason why I say you should not completely ignore your haters is because some of the things that they say is absolutely true, okay? Your haters are gonna keep you on your toes, all right? As a matter of fact, I was having a conversation with one of my haters the other day, and they asked me if I wanted to go to a party, and I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. And they're like, why? I'm like, well, I actually got things to do. And it's like, well, why are you always pretending to be so busy? I'm not pretending to be busy. First of all, let's get that out the way. I didn't actually say that, but you know, I thought it to myself that just because a person can't see what you're doing in the dark doesn't mean that you're not busy. But other people kind of get this idea in their head that if you say you got better things to do, then that's just because you're not interested. No, I literally have better things to do. Like I said, I want to build something valuable for anybody following the channel that's interested in learning how they can move their lives ahead with the information that I'm giving out here. So I'd rather spend my time doing that over partying and hanging out or doing just shit that's unproductive. I'm not interested, okay? So this particular hater reminded me of just the mindset of people out there. So if you're on this journey and people aren't, you know, seeing your results as an entrepreneur on the surface level, because like it takes time to build what we're trying to create here, don't get upset if people just assume that you're just not doing nothing, that you're just kind of fake being busy. All right, this stuff is not a game, man. We trying to be successful here. Most of us is lazy enough, so like, I mean, we all, you know, waste time here and there, but I feel like, you know, anytime you got a chance to like really double down and get things done, just get into it, all right? So don't completely ignore your haters. They're gonna keep you on your toes. Use what they tell you to your advantage. Like me putting out these videos, I'm gonna receive a lot of hate, a lot of criticism, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, if you believe in the Bible, Jesus was crucified for trying to, you know, do the right thing. So if you go on YouTube and look at, you know, how to think positive and how to be positive, how to live a positive life, any one of them videos that you find is gonna be haters in those comments. The most positive videos you can find. So it's like, people are gonna hate on you regardless, okay? So just get over it, let it happen, let it come, welcome it. So another thing I wanted to hit on was something that I read, and this is Poor Charlie's Almanac. Actually, Charlie Munger is the chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, one of the largest conglomerates here in America. One of the interesting things I was reading in Charlie's book is a quote from when he gave a speech at one of the Berkshire Hathaway stockholder meetings. He was asked by one of the students, actually, Mr. Munger, how can we become more like you? What do we have to do to make as much money as you earn? And keep in mind, this guy's worth well over $100 billion. So they want to know, how can we be like you, Mr. Munger? And he told them something very intriguing. You know, he said it's going to be a matter of awareness. Okay, so I believe when he said awareness, what he was talking about is just general awareness of what's happening around you, in the world around you. Like, if you're taking a look at the economy, you see what jobs are being added, what jobs are being deleted. You wonder why so many malls and retail stores are shutting down. Look at Amazon. They're almost one of the single-handed reasons that most malls and retail outlets are being closed. So just being aware that that's happening, you can set yourself up for better opportunity to maybe be a billionaire like Charlie Munger. Now, Maybe you can't see the immediate opportunity in something like that, but trust me, there's always been abundant opportunity in like stock market crashes and things like that most people fear. So not just awareness as far as the economy, but if you're on a computer right now, what does your F5 button do? What does F3 do? What does F1 do? Now, I'm not saying any of that matters, but if you're around computers every day, it's 2019, most of us are, why wouldn't you want to know what those buttons do? You know, why is that not important? To be more efficient with this thing that you're using every day. So I believe that's what Mr. Munger was talking about when he talked about just that general awareness of what's around you, you know, to be more efficient, to live a better life, to put yourself in position to be more successful. And he said you have to know how to look for things that are intangible. The people you choose to be around, their characteristic traits. It's important to be able to pick up on when you're around a winner and when you're around a complete loser. As a matter of fact, the example that Munger used was, imagine that you was back in high school, right? Your senior year, and a genie granted you a wish, right? And in this wish, you get 10% of any one of your other classmates' lifetime earnings, okay? So whatever this person makes over their lifetime, you get 10% of whatever they earn. So put yourself in a position like that. And if you think about all the people you went to school with, who would you pick? Okay. Would it be the prettiest girl in the class? Would it be her? Would it be the high school football quarterback? Would it be the jock? You know, would it be the most athletic guys? Would it be the most handsome? Would it be the smartest? Who would it be? Would it be the best dressed? Like, who would you pick? And what Munger was hitting on is that it would be a set of intangibles that you look for, okay? And more importantly, a more important question to ask yourself is, would you bet on yourself outside of someone else in your class, okay? That's even more important. Would you even bet on yourself? So I think it's important to consider what he meant when he said awareness. And actually, I read a study, and in this study I read, it said that if you wanted to know amongst a group of kids which kid was more likely to be successful, just pay attention to the kid that observes more than everybody else. And maybe this kid is the one who's asking questions that stand out over everyone else's questions, okay? This is indicative of greatness, okay? So you can see that at an early age in children, okay? So to reiterate where I was getting at, like I said, don't completely ignore your haters. Take that criticism, take that feedback, reverse engineer it as we always like to do. Use it to your advantage. Stay aware of what's happening around you in your day-to-day life, and be aware of the intangibles, like the characteristics of the people that you choose to be around every day, and the characteristics that you adopt in yourself. But that's it for this one, y'all. I hope this was helpful to anybody out there on this journey with me. I'm about to get ready to go ahead and drop some Forex videos, so I hope y'all tuned on that, and see y'all on the next one.